Have you ever stopped to imagine what your life would actually feel like if you simply didn't have to worry about money? And I'm not talking about being a millionaire or buying yachts. I'm talking about waking up without that knot in your stomach, without checking your bank account with dread, without losing sleep, wondering how you'll make it through the month. Today, we're diving into something people rarely talk about openly: how life changes completely, and I mean completely, when financial stress finally leaves your life. Because here's the truth: financial stress doesn't just affect your wallet, it affects your body, your mind, your relationships, your decisions, and even who you become as a person. So, whether you're in this battle right now, you've already come out the other side, or you know someone struggling with this, stick with me until the end. We're going to explore the profound shifts that happen when you can finally breathe financially. First, let's talk about what financial stress actually does to you. Your body under siege. When you're under constant financial stress, your body goes into survival mode. Your brain can't tell the difference between a predator chasing you and a stack of unpaid bills, so it floods your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. And this isn't just happening once in a while. This is happening every single day. Every morning when you wake up. Every time you see a notification from your bank. Every time someone mentions money. The result: headaches that won't quit. Tension in your shoulders that feels like you're carrying concrete blocks. Sleep that never quite refreshes you. Digestive issues. High blood pressure. A weakened immune system. Some studies even show that chronic financial stress can take years off your life. The mental fog. But it goes deeper than physical symptoms. Financial stress literally changes how your brain works. When you're stressed about money, your brain gets hijacked. You're constantly in fight-or-flight mode, which means the parts of your brain responsible for long-term thinking, creativity, and problem-solving get pushed aside. You're running on survival instinct. This is why it's so hard to think your way out of financial problems when you're in the thick of them. Your brain is too busy putting out fires to build a fireproof house. You make decisions based on immediate relief rather than long-term benefit. You can't focus at work. You forget things. You feel like you're moving through life in a constant fog. So what happens when this weight finally lifts? When you reach that point where money isn't a constant crisis, the changes are profound. And they happen in layers. Layer 1. Your body heals first. Your body starts to recover. And I'm not exaggerating when I say, people describe this as feeling like they can breathe for the first time in years. Your sleep improves. Like genuinely restful sleep, where you're not jolting awake at 3 a.m. thinking about bills. Your shoulders drop. Those chronic headaches start to fade. You have energy, again real energy, not just caffeine-fueled survival mode. People often say they didn't realize how much physical pain they were carrying until it was gone. Layer 2. Your mind clears, then comes the mental shift. This is where it gets really interesting. When you're not constantly worried about money, your brain can finally do what it's designed to do. Think, create, plan, dream. Suddenly, you can focus on your work. You can be present in conversations. You can read a book without reading the same paragraph 5 times. You can actually think about the future beyond next month. Your decision-making improves dramatically because you're not in panic mode anymore. You can see options you couldn't see before. You can take calculated risks instead of desperate gambles. Layer 3. Relationships transform. This might be the most underestimated change. Financial stress is poison for relationships. When money is tight, every conversation can become an argument. Every purchase becomes a negotiation. Every disagreement has money lurking underneath it. You snap at people you love. You withdraw. You carry shame that builds walls between you and others. But when that pressure releases, relationships can breathe again. You can be generous without resentment. You can accept invitations without calculating if you can afford it. You can support your partner's dreams instead of seeing them as financial threats. You can be present with your kids instead of being mentally absent while worrying about how you'll pay for their needs. The arguments decrease. The tension drops. Intimacy returns. Trust rebuilds. Layer 4. Your sense of self returns. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Financial stress steals your identity. When you're broke or struggling, so much of your mental energy goes into managing scarcity that you forget who you are beyond your financial situation. Your hobbies disappear. Your interests fade. Your personality flattens because you simply don't have the bandwidth to be fully yourself. When the stress lifts, you rediscover yourself. You remember that you actually enjoy painting or hiking or cooking elaborate meals. You have the mental space to be funny again, to be curious, to be passionate about things that have nothing to do with survival. You stop defining yourself by what you lack and start building an identity based on what you value and enjoy. Layer 5. Time feels different. This one is subtle but profound. When you're financially stressed, you're trapped in an endless now. Today's crisis, this week's juggling act, next month's fear. When that stress disappears, time expands. You can think in terms of years, not just days. You can make plans. You can build something. You can invest in things that won't pay off immediately, but will matter long term. Your relationship with the future fundamentally changes from dread to possibility. Now, I need to be honest about some things. It's not just about making more money first. Getting out of financial stress isn't always just about earning more. Sometimes it is, but often it's about the relationship between what comes in and what goes out, about systems, about knowledge, about breaking cycles. I've seen people making 6 figures who are still drowning in financial stress, and people making modest incomes who feel completely secure. The peace comes from stability, not necessarily abundance. The adjustment period second. When financial stress finally lifts, there's often a weird adjustment period. You might still feel anxious, even when there's no reason to be. You might still check your account obsessively. You might struggle to spend money even on things you need. This is normal. Your nervous system was trained for scarcity. It takes time to retrain it for security. Grief and anger might surface third. Sometimes when you finally reach stability, you feel anger or grief about all the time you lost to financial stress, all the experiences you missed, all the relationships that suffered, all the years you spent just surviving. This is valid. Let yourself feel it, but don't let it steal the peace you've earned. Not everyone will understand. Finally, be prepared for the fact that not everyone in your life will understand or celebrate this change with you. Some people might minimize what you've achieved. Others might feel left behind. Some might suddenly expect things from you. Your boundaries matter. Your peace matters. Protect both. So where does this leave us? If you're watching this while still in the thick of financial stress, I want you to know something. What you're feeling is real. It's valid. And it's not a personal failure. Financial stress is a systemic issue wrapped in individual circumstances, and you're not weak for struggling with it. But I also want you to know that the other side exists. That peace is possible. That you can get there. It might not happen overnight. It might take years. The path might look different than you imagined, but every small step toward financial stability is a step toward a life that feels fundamentally different. Every dollar saved is a piece of breathing room. Every debt paid is weight lifted. Every system you build is structure supporting your future self. And if you're watching this from the other side, having escaped that constant stress, I hope this helped you recognize and appreciate just how far you've come. Because sometimes we move through these transformations without fully acknowledging them. Life after financial stress isn't about having everything. It's about having enough stability to be fully human again, to sleep peacefully, to think clearly, to love openly, to dream realistically, to be present in your own life. That's not asking for too much. That's asking for what every person deserves. If this resonated with you, leave a comment sharing where you are in this journey. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you found value in this, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest conversations about money, mental health, and building a life that actually feels good to live. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.